Spiritual men. Spiritual men. Yeah, man, this is this is a deep one, man, too. That's what you gotta understand. Spiritual men. I'm not gonna lie, this is a deep one. And yeah, I play a very big role in this. I do. And all glory to God, all glory to the real Jesus. And shout out to you men who do play a role in this as well, you know. I bear witness with a lot of you. Others I'm not as aware of. And overall, just shout out to you people who are spiritual in the God of Israel, though, in the real Jesus. Anything outside of that, this is not for you. Certain people are open to this matter in a way, but more or less, this stuff is still not for majority of you, you beings. I'm just being very real. But yeah, spiritual men and God and the real Jesus and God's kingdom. Yeah, spiritual men. I do play a role in this, and I will be sharing many things, and then other things is outside of me as well. Excuse me. And spiritual men though. Spiritual men are like men. Excuse me. Men are like these spiritual men are to be taken serious. That's what you gotta understand. It's about spiritual men because spiritual men, they pray to the real God of Israel and the real Jesus. Is what you gotta understand. They have a relationship with God and the real Jesus. I would say God's chosen people do. Not everybody has that either, concerning being spiritual men and all that stuff, Some may just have it with Jesus as he's leading me to say all this stuff too, yeah. Others, and this is not to, this is not this is not like a stereotype of message either, but I'm just being transparent and being led by the Spirit. But overall, yeah, spiritual men, they just have a relationship with God though. I'll just be transparent with that. Yeah, the God of Israel. And yeah, spiritual men are, spiritual men are to be treasured and to not be overlooked is what you gotta understand because, spiritual men that are in God's kingdom is what I'm referring to. They truly, truly are anointed. And they also, they play a role in reaching and saving souls from hell. That's what you gotta understand. And yeah, spiritual men do have gifts. I would say a lot of spiritual men, and then others may not be so key in this area as I'm being led by the Spirit. But yeah, overall, spiritual men, they just, they play a role when it comes to a lot of stuff concerning God's kingdom. And it's not so much even just like a role. It is a role, but like, it's just like, so many assignments from God and see a lot of you certain women too, as I'm being led by the Spirit, like you overlook spiritual men and you think it's some type of joke, but it's not a joke. It's not a game. Spiritual men are, it's a real matter with that too. And what you gotta understand is we do. And yeah, I'm including myself too in this too. But this is not for everybody because everybody is not, spiritual in God and everybody is not a part of this stuff. No, hell no. But just including myself in there a little bit too. We we go through many things, many tests. And honestly, any woman who is not supporting a spiritual man or, and all that stuff, man, you're not worthy of us in the spirit realm is what I'm trying to tell you. It has nothing to do with looks and pride and status and all this funny stuff that you people be into. Yeah, you people, because this is outside of just women alone too. But yeah, you women too. And overall, yeah, spiritual men, we just have this connection with God that is just beyond the surface and relationship too as well. I say these things intentionally, but yeah. We have this relationship with God. And yeah, I'm a part of this. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But overall, yeah, spiritual men, I salute you, spiritual men who are in the God of Israel and the real Jesus and who have a relationship with God, and being transparent in this. Yeah, no, has nothing to do with being perfect and all that stuff. Like, has nothing to do with that. We have many struggles and all this stuff. But see, spiritual men, what makes us different from the average being is that we're spiritual in God, and we care about God. We love God, you know. We truly care about how he feels. We do have a relationship with him and all this stuff, you know. And this is for spiritual men in God and the God of Israel and the real Jesus. This is not for anybody else. This is not for hypocrites, and this is not for people pretending and all that funny stuff. No, no, this has nothing. You people, that's what I'm saying. You're outside of this stuff, and you will remain outside of it. I'm just being very real, you know. This is not a game either. This is not a game. But anyhow, yeah, spiritual men. We just truly pray for things and certain people deeply in the spirit. And we overall just do the will of God. That's what you got to understand about spiritual men. We're not perfect, and we're not, no. But we are spiritual, though. And we care about God. And we care about God on a high level, too. That's what you got to understand. And yeah. I mean, this stuff is deep. This stuff is deep because not everybody's a part of this. It doesn't matter if they profess it or not. You know, a lot of men will try to portray this to like manipulate situations, circumstances, people, women, all that. But see, I don't play any roles in this stuff, but I'm just being led by the Spirit to say this stuff for some reason. But anyhow, I mean, spiritual men, they really do pray to the real Jesus and God too, just God too, overall. And spiritual men are just very like valuable to God. That's what you gotta understand. Spiritual men. Now, anybody else outside of this and who God does not have interest in, or the real Jesus doesn't have interest in, I mean, man, you're just you're outside of this, and you will remain outside of it, you know, more or less, you know. If God truly doesn't have interest in you, then man, yeah, you're on your way to the lake of fire and many other dark realms with the enemy. But yeah, as I get closer to closing this out, I mean, yeah, spiritual men, man, yeah, we very much have a spiritual relationship with God, and we're serious about God. And spiritual men are serious about God and his will. And they really are spiritual. They really do. They really do see things, hear things that other people don't hear and that other people don't see. And overall, we're just connected to God and spiritual matters and the spirit realm and all that deep stuff. But see, everybody is not a part of this, no matter if they profess this or not. And believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, rather they be of God. So yeah, I'm out.